name. And she is the host of the Reecie Colbert Show that airs every Saturday right here on SiriusXM Urban View. The Reecie Colbert Show, my girl Reecie Colbert. Reecie, what's up?
Hey,
Can you hear
New York
me, Reecie?
Times bestseller. How you doing?
Hey now, I'm doing good, and we are currently live on YouTube right now for a minute. Listen, I'm less than 200 followers away from reaching 40,000 subscribers on YouTube.
Oh
So
my
please,
God.
please, please subscribe to me on YouTube so I can rock that 40,000 mark. Please, please, please subscribe. What's all? We see y'all out there. And you must subscribe to Reecie Colbert's YouTube page as well, which is youtube.com/Black Women Views. I'll put the link in the comments. So please subscribe. Trying to get to that 40,000 mark. Reecie and I are going to plan another Kicking It with Clay and Reecie, but it'll be great to have that 40,000 mark. So only
That's
less than
incredible.
200 subscribers away. It's pretty cool, right? Also want to say, if you want to get a copy of my book, The Grift, The Downward Spiral of Black Republicans from the Party of Lincoln to the Cult of Trump, the New York Times bestseller, it is available on paperback now, and you can get it at Strand Books. That's strandbooks.com. They've been around since 1927. They're an independent bookseller. They are so incredible. They are so amazing. And the book is still selling out. And I went there. I braved the subways of New York City because they're so overcrowded due to congestion pricing. I went there and signed like 200 copies. So please, please cop it now because they sell out pretty fast, right?
Yeah.
And they will mail it to you wherever you are. So go to strandbooks.com, then put in the Grift Clay Kane, select the paperback version, click sign, and they'll mail it to you wherever you are in the domestic United States. So doing all that good stuff. So hey, we're out here doing good things, Reecie, trying to do our thing. And I want to tell y'all, I handed in the final manuscript for my upcoming novel, Burn Down Master's House. I'm so excited. I can't wait. It'll be out February 2026. No pre-order link just yet, but
Okay.
I'm so excited. And I sent you the response from my publisher. I don't want to say it, Reecie, but
Yeah.
publishers can be very shady and cannot be very supportive. But I put my heart and my soul into this, so I'm out here writing and doing my thing. So I can't wait. And tentatively speaking, more than likely, Strand is going to host the book launch like they did 2 years ago for the Grift, Reecie.
That would be
So we're
wonderful.
going to keep the same energy going. Hopefully, Reecie can host it with me again. Like we're going to keep it all going. I'm just saying,
Of course.
we're going to
See?
keep it going. It's going to be fire. It's a literary resistance, so it's all good. It's all good. So
Love it. I
just want
mean,
to,
you're such a
yeah.
brilliant storyteller. Such a brilliant
Thank you.
storyteller.
Well, it's fiction. This book is fiction.
I know.
And
That's
it's
what I'm
so
saying.
it's
That's
so
why it's
much,
even more important. Yeah.
but it has a historical element to it.
Yeah.
It's you know it's tackling slave uprisings, but not in a way you think. This is not another slave story. These are
Hmm.
acts of resistance that you've never seen or heard about. I
Yeah.
mean, take that line, burn down master's house. I'm burning it down. And if they can resist, how can we resist? And maybe
Now,
there's a house in your life you need to burn down. Maybe there are chains in your life that are holding you back. We all got to burn down master's house sometimes. Go ahead,
yes.
Reecie.
So did you come up with the title Burn Down Master's House after you started describing the grip that way, or did you always kind of
Yeah,
have it? Okay, so it came from the
yeah.
grift,
Well, yeah, it did.
essentially.
Actually, it came from you asked me when the pre-order link first dropped. You said, what did you want to do with this book? And it just came to me. I said, I want to burn down Master's house.
Ah,
And you said, oh my God, I like that. And I said, oh, that is pretty
yes.
good. That is
That was
pretty good.
good.
And then I was talking about, I think I was on air with you, how enslaved people would, I think because Kanye West said slavery is a choice,
Right.
and
Yeah.
Nikki Haley and Ron DeSantis, all that bullshit, that there were poisonings. There were,
Hmm.
I mean, there is they would light houses on fire. It was fascinating. And and I have all these news articles.
Yeah.
Um, they would say like, no slave master is safe. I mean, I have all these news articles, and I found them when I was reading the first half of the first two parts of the Grift. The chapters was a lot of the 19th century, but I was
Right.
like geeking out when I was studying, when I was doing the Grift research. Like, oh my God, look at this! Damn, they did that. they took an axe and did something like, oh my, this was
Ugh.
crazy. So there was every day slavery wasn't a choice. Nobody was comfortable in slavery. So,
Yeah.
and what I like is that it really centers the black characters, the enslaved characters. So it's going to
Mm-hmm.
be something that you've never seen before. I'm super excited.
Mm.
And it's placed in it's fictionalized, but it's placed in Goochland, Virginia.
Okay.
Most of it is, which is where my family was enslaved.
Oh, wow.
Um, so there's some ancestral, stuff going on there. So I
Ugh,
can't wait. I don't want to talk too much. I'm already talking about it, but it's when it drops, it's gonna drop. And I don't use the N word once in the novel.
good for
Not
you.
once.
Yeah.
I did not want to write a book where every other page is N word, N word, N word, N word. And there's also some debate, I've said this before, among scholars, depending on the region and the area, and I wanted to show that I can write a book about slavery and it isn't about the N word. Some
Right.
people think racism about the N word, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to
Yeah.
do that. I'm sure there are plenty of enslaved people that lost their lives and never heard of the N word. You know what I'm saying? So,
Mm-hmm.
and the way that I center women in the book and
Ugh,
black men in the book and black love, I ain't playing.
ugh. This
I
is
ain't
gonna be
playing. So
brilliant.
it's
So
gonna be
good.
fine. Anyway, let's go to a call here. Let's go over to Mike from Michigan. What up, Mike? First time caller.
Hello?
What's up, Mike?
Can you hear me?
I can, brother. What's up?
Okay, I didn't have anything particular on the subject, but I just wanted to congratulate Reecie on the interview she did on C-SPAN about 3 weeks ago.
Oh, thank
It was
you.
real informative, and she was really hit all the points.
Thank you,
Oh,
Mike.
thank you, brother.
That's so
Yo,
nice.
yeah, that's so nice. Just calling in, giving some love. It's always a beautiful. We need some love at this time, right?
Oh,
It's
yeah.
always a beautiful thing. Yeah, well, appreciate that, Mr. Mike. You're in Michigan?
Yeah, especially since some of the callers, after she went off, said nasty things about her.
Oh,
Oh.
well, Reese's water off a duck's back, water off a
I was
duck's
on a
back.
train to Broadway, honey. I did not hear any other
Exactly.
thing.
Yes, you were to go see the MJ show. Well, thank you, Mr. Mike. We appreciate that. We appreciate that love. All right, y'all. So now I'm 42 subscribers away from hitting 40,000 on
What?
YouTube.
Oh my
42
goodness.
subscribers away
This
from
is
hitting
so
40,000 on YouTube.
exciting. What if you
Yeah,
hit?
that's
Oh,
pretty
I hope
cool.
you hit 40 while we're on air.
I know, it'd be so great for you. You know how much time it's taken me to get to that? It's taken me so much time
Because I feel like
to get to that.
wasn't it last Thursday when were you trying to hit 38 or were you trying I think you were trying
Yeah,
to
I was
get
at like 36,000. Yeah,
30.
yeah. So
Yeah,
I
some
mean,
whatever the number was. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Such a big
yeah,
deal.
yeah, no, it's hard, and those are like real subscribers. It's not like bots, so
Real
that's
people.
always a good thing and an important thing. I wanted to give a shout out to Cleveland Mayor Jason Bibb.
Oh yeah.
He is I want to make sure we shout out people who are doing good work and who are
Mhm.
pushing back against the tyranny. That's what I would call it, tyranny.
Mm.
And he ain't playing when it comes to President Trump and the White House foolishness. Listen to Cleveland Mayor Jason Bibb.
Well, if this is what making America great again looks like, Clevelanders aren't buying it, and I'm not buying it as mayor of Cleveland. And it has certainly been a chaos for the nearly 50 days that President Trump has been in the White House. And many Ohioans were optimistic about the president's second term. And Ohio has a lot to lose if we don't find a way to lower the cost of goods and services. We have to make sure the Intel deal happens. The CHIPS Act is going to be a boon for Ohio, and to see Vice President Vance and President Trump say we want to get rid of that, it makes no sense. And so we need to continue to fight for Cleveland, fight for Ohio, and hold this administration and Republican-led Congress accountable to do what they said they were going to do in terms of lowering prices, making the economy work again for working class and middle class Americans, and making sure that cities like Cleveland can be a part of America's comeback.
Reecie, I think it's important to shout out people who are fighting back. Governor Westmore is another one.
Mm-hmm.
He's not a mayor, of course. He's the governor of Maryland. But I think it's important. There are people out there doing the work. We have a governor's race happening in New Jersey. The primary is June 10th, y'all. Make sure you're ready to vote if you're in New Jersey. Don't play around because the
Mm-hmm.
Republicans that they're bringing up have a chance at winning.
Mm.
But this is what I'm talking about. That
Yeah.
maybe we're not seeing it in Congress, but the fact that I'm seeing it on from mayors and governors, it calms my nerves a bit. What do you think?
Yeah. No, I think it's important. I think that um I was a little unnerved by so much of the bipartisan talk when Donald Trump
Right.
came in office, but I'm glad that people kind of snapped out of it pretty quickly. Because we're seeing that you can't capitulate to Donald Trump and think that he's going to be satisfied. Look at what happened in DC with the removal of the Black Lives Matter mural, and they're still trying to cut $1 billion. So what good did that do? You know. So I think it's going to be very important to not just surrender preemptively or going through it. Yeah. Did you hit
I
40?
just hit 40,000 on YouTube.
Oh my goodness,
40,000 subscribers on YouTube.
congratulations.
Thank y'all. Appreciate y'all. Karen Hunter will be so proud. She's been telling me to build my YouTube for a while. I officially have
Yes,
40,000 subscribers on YouTube. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I
I
appreciate
love
y'all.
it.
I'm
I
going to post
love
a
it.
video later on today. Y'all appreciating the passion that I had early in the last hour, so I'll be sure to post that video. But I thank y'all so much. It really means a lot. We're trying to build and all that good stuff. So thank y'all. Yeah, beautiful. See, y'all be on it. Y'all be on it.
I
That's
love
great.
it.
That's
Oh,
beautiful.
I
I
love
love it. I
Urban
love
View.
it.
Urban View activates. I'm telling you, when you be like, okay, y'all, this is what we need for y'all. Y'all do it.
Yeah.
That is so amazing because it makes such a difference to us. And I'm sure people are used to hearing it now from more and more people because everybody is trying to get on the YouTube wave. But yeah, that's so great. Congratulations, Clay. That's huge. That is massive. That is a
Yeah.
big, big deal.
40,000. That's
And
pretty
it's
cool.
so
That's pretty
important to
cool.
celebrate these numbers. I know for me, I always feel like once I get there, I'm like, oh, well, maybe it's not that big of a deal. And then I'm looking at
Right.
the next number. So it's so important
Right.
to make sure that you mark all of these things. So yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely. Charles, what up, Charles? Charles sent us a message on in the comments. Please do kick in it with Clay and Reese tomorrow if you guys are up for it. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. We got to plan that. This is. It was a good time though. It was
We
definitely
had
a
a
good
great
time. But
time. Oh my goodness. Yes.
yeah,
We'll see. We'll
but
see. We'll see what we can do.
yeah. We out here scratching and like I always say, scratching, surviving, trying to do stuff, trying to make it work. So it can be it can be tough, but we'll see. We'll definitely see what it is. Now, right now, y'all, I am going to post in the chat Reese's YouTube information, and I want y'all to make sure you subscribe to her as well to make sure that we get those numbers up there for her. So we're all in this beautiful collective together. So I'm gonna post it right here, and I'll also pin it on in the chat, and we'll make that happen. We'll make that happen immediately. So we got to make sure we get Reese up there.
Clay,
So yeah,
did you talk about Trump doubling the metal tariffs today? Did you see that?
tariffs, and more tariffs. I have not, but
That was
let's
breaking
go for it.
today. Yeah. So he says in a post on social media that Canadian steel and aluminum would face a 50% tariff, double. He already was saying 25%, but now he wants to make it 50%. And he said it's in response to Canada placing a tariff essentially, or placing not a tariff, but an additional charge on electricity that Canada exports electricity into the United States. So this is why this is so ridiculous, because we can't just bully people. Like we have levers we can pull. They have levers they can pull. You can't just say, hey, Canada, I'm going to put 25% tariffs on this and think that they're not going to pull their levers to put pressure on the United States. And then when they pull their levers, you say, okay, we'll double it. There is no rhyme or reason to what Donald Trump is doing. It is just pure chaos and it is pure destruction. This is not some 10-dimensional chess. This is not how any economist or any trade policy expert would ever say tariffs should be employed. And I'll remind you, he put these bullshit tariffs in place because he's saying that the premise of that, the pretext was that fentanyl was coming in from Canada and that they were having too many illegal immigrants coming in from Canada. Neither of those things are the kinds of things that you would use tariffs or trade policy to try to influence. So this is not going to help the American worker. It is not going to help the American consumer. This is just pure destruction for shits and giggles. And the market is reacting to it. The stocks are down 10%.
Yeah.
Because of what this chaos that Trump is sowing. And
according to NPR, the stocks have sunk.
Yes.
That's sunk as he's doubled down on tariffs. And you know what's interesting to me, Reecie, is that I've heard Trump say that he's literally telling people that you're going to suffer and just bear with us.
Well, now he's saying that. Yes.
Yeah. And I just I can't even. I'm sorry. I got to always juxtapose because you got to put it in context. Can you imagine if Biden said, you're going to suffer?
Right. Or Kamala. Oh, my God.
Kamala would have said that, or Obama would have said, yeah, it's going to be bad. Just bear with us. Just bear with us. I mean, if I don't believe in polls. I think polls are the tools of the devil. But if there's any validity to polls, they should have Trump at a -10% approval rating.
Right.
He's literally telling you, I can't do anything for you because I'm going to tariff the hell out of these people because that's my way of, they're going to negotiate with me. And, China's like, bro, try me if you want.
Nuck if you buck, bitch. Yes.
Nuck if you buck. We're going to give you, no, go for it. Feel like you want to go, let's go. But this is his way of negotiating. And what angers me, Reecie, he had a trade war last time.
Yeah.
So why does Sean Fain think that Trump is going to get it right this time? Sean Fain, who spoke out, United Auto Workers Union, spoke out of the DNC of how bad this man was for business. He's pulling in Atlantic City on y'all. He gut Atlantic City. He's going to gut us, and he already did. It's going to be even worse this time. Right. You may not have a Democrat who could come into office and clean it up.
I know.
You may not have an Obama or a Biden or a Clinton that can come into office and clean it up. I heard Alyssa Farrah Griffin on The View this morning when Sonny brought up that fact about how Joy did, Democrats clean up the economy, and then Alyssa Farrah Griffin said, well, that's not true because until COVID, Trump had a good economy. No, it was going in the wrong direction before COVID, but even before COVID, that was Obama's economy.
Exactly.
Obama had 75 months of straight job growth. He gave a good economy by all metrics, not Republican or Democrat, all metrics to Trump.
Yes.
So if the economy's stupid, like James Carville says, then why didn't Gore win in 2000? Because the economy was going great.
Yeah.
Why didn't Hillary Clinton win in 2016? The economy was going good. According to the Wall Street Journal, this economy they were going to inherit a strong economy. And so Kamala loses. Spare me this whole bullshit. He's telling you what he's going to do, and it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. As they're trying to lie to you and say, this continuing resolution is not going to impact Medicare and Medicaid. It's not going to impact Social Security. I can't believe what you say because I see what you do.
Right.
James Baldwin.
Yeah, he's telling you, buckle up, bitches. We're in for a bumpy ride.
Right.
I mean, every objective economic analysis said that he was going to be worse, but that was not expecting him to just go this far off the deep end. You had Elon Musk talking about getting rid of entitlements, Social Security and Medicaid and Medicare, saying that, oh, well, that's the biggest expense. But guess what? We fucking pay for those entitlements. That's not charity.
Right. It's not
Unless
charity.
you're Elon Musk, who is far, far outside of the income cap where they stop taking taxes out for Social Security and Medicare and Medicaid. We pay for that shit. So you're not being charitable. You're not bestowing something upon us when you fulfill the obligations that we've all paid into since we started fucking working by keeping Social Security and Medicare and Medicaid around. But this is what they're playing. This is economic carnage and chaos. And it sucks because a lot of people are in the chat are talking about their 401ks. You know, people are getting layoffs. Well, 401ks are something that can help you stay afloat for a little bit of time.
That's right.
But as you are ushering people the fuck out the door, you're killing their 401ks in the process because of what? There's no logic behind this, and there's nobody stopping him, which is even crazier. Everybody's just like la da 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 la da 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 la Trump, whatever you want to do. I mean, this is fucking nuts. It's nuts.
And I can't tell you how many people I've spoken to, Reecie, who are personally impacted by this. I just want y'all to know, like I said, if you're a younger person, this is trickle down economics. Make the rich richer and it'll trickle down to everybody else. It's never effing worked. This is Ronald Reagan's concoction. Just make them rich as hell and they're going to give money to everybody else. How many times you've been at a job and you got a raise and the raise was a quarter?
Yep.
How many times?
Yep.
Oh, we're going to give you a raise. We're going to give you a quarter more. How does that help you? How many times have you been around people? If you've been around some wealthy people, do they really help you out? Normally, I see people give the shirt off their back when they don't have much themselves. Those are the folks that I've seen.
Yeah.
That's what I've seen. I've seen people who don't have much. They still volunteer at their church. I see people who have just a little bit, and they'll still give you that cup of milk or that cup of sugar.
Right.
Show me in a world where you got all these rich people just being so giving, so loving,
benevolent, charitable.
Rich people are not Oprah's favorite things. They ain't gonna do an Oprah.
Right.
Because if you didn't work hard enough, you're lazy, you're shiftless. If you don't have a good job, you didn't work hard enough. That's on you. If your job isn't paying you enough, find another job. It's old school. It's this is what it is. So spare me that. That's a trickle down lie. But we don't want to pay people fairly. Then we're shocked when you have immigrants doing a bunch of work. You're like, oh my gosh. It's just tariffs, and more tariffs. And I will tell you, Kamala Harris, she went hard on those tariffs. How it made no goddamn sense.
She did.
She dragged him in it during the debate or during an interview? She went hard on those tariffs. I even heard clips I don't watch on Fox News of saying, this isn't a good idea.
No.
This doesn't make sense.
But everybody thought that he, he's just saying that. He ain't gonna really do stuff. Like everybody had this notion that all of the bad stuff that he said he was gonna do, he's not really gonna do it. He's just gonna do only the good stuff that we want him to do, or the things that people perceive to be good. This man is unfucking leashed. Okay. The patient is out of the insane asylum. Okay. Get Paw. Get him. That's the problem right now. So there's no moderating force.
Another Trump supporter is trending. I'm not even going to play the clip. I feel a little bit betrayed. Fired federal worker who voted for Trump says. Let's go to a call here. Let's go to where are we? Let's go over to Chris, North Carolina, first time caller. What's up, Chris? What
Hey,
up,
Clay,
Chris?
how you doing, man?
Doing good, brother. What's up?
Hey, first off, I want to give big ups to you and Reece for holding it down, man. You guys are doing a tremendous job, and hopefully I'll get a chance to meet you one day and shake your hand. So, but I want
Thank
to
you.
go back to, I want to go back to the caller earlier that said, he was a naturalized citizen. He voted for Trump. He didn't think it was going to come to him. The other guy that says, I voted for Trump. I regret it, and but he couldn't bring himself to say he wanted to vote for Harris. To me, although I get a great deal of pleasure from FAFO, I got zero fucks, Zorro, none to give to them. Dig, I don't care. And number two, and this is just my thought. I think the reason that there wasn't and you hate to throw a Hitler word out there, I think the reason there wasn't a second Hitler is because the first Hitler did such grave damage to those people in the country that they said they would never do it again. And I believe that what Trump is doing now needs to hit his supporters hard, and to the fact that they're hollering for relief, right? If it's just a flesh wound, they'll get up, shake it off, and try to kick our teeth out. So this, unfortunately, there's going to be some collateral damage, but it has to be to the point at which they're hollering for relief, and when they finally stand up, they're going to be looking to hug anybody they can and never do this again. I believe that. It can't be a flesh wound, and I hate that I'm this angry, but the fact is there's going to be a lot of collateral damage in the process. But I think in order for America to get through this, there has to be a great deal of pain, and the fever has to break for his supporters. I mean, there's going to be some people that'll stay on the couch with the house burning down. But
I thought that COVID was enough. I thought 1.2 million people dying and bleach in your veins and ivermectin, and it's a hoax, and people. I thought that was enough, but I was wrong. I hope you're right, Chris. I hope you're right, brother. Don from Philly, first time caller. What's up, Don?
Yeah. All of it makes sense. There's a theory called the chaos theory. He's creating enough chaos that people will accept a totalitarian government. He's going to create fear, and that's part of chaos theory. And you got to follow the money. It makes sense. Everybody's selling off this stuff. His friends are buying it cheap. Whoever's supporting these conservative Republicans, and you got some conservative Democrats, whoever's making money off of this. See, the news people ain't going to tell you who's making money off of this chaos. Both sides ain't going to tell you that. So it seems like it sounds crazy, but it's the reordering of the world order. Everybody's selling.
I don't even think it's a reordering. I think it's a ordering. I mean, we've been dealing with this for a very long time. You sound like a grown man, Mr. Don, but that's what Reagan was doing. I mean, it's a reordering. I mean, it's a ordering. It's what they've been trying to maintain.
Yeah.
I know what you're saying, Mr. Don. I get it. But I think it's important to point out this really isn't new. I know Trump is messier and over the top and flagrant and all that kind of stuff. And I know Ronald Reagan was against tariffs for the most part, crazy tariffs. I know that he supported immigration in a different way. But it's for the rich at the end of the day. Let them eat cake until they all starve. It's Marie Antoinette. It's Trump Antoinette. It's Reagan Antoinette. It's Bush Antoinette. It's Nixon Antoinette. It's Ford Antoinette. That's what it is. Let them eat cake. This is a story as old as time. Let them be peasants. A lot of people don't like the infrastructure of helping the servants.
Yeah.
You don't want to help the servants. You don't want to help the people who are beneath you. You got to serve me. I brought this up before. It's called the mudsill theory. Forgive me for my... I've talked about this before. I'll try and bring it up again briefly. Mudsill theory. It came from Senator John Hammond, evil demonic slave owner. who basically said that there has always been a lower class and an upper class,
Mm-hmm.
and that God designed the lower class to be there to, I'm sorry, Senator James Hammond. God designed the lower class to be there to serve the upper class.
Mm.
He was a South Carolina senator, demon seed. He's the whole, that's the whole, what it all came upon. That indentured servants, enslaved Africans,
Yeah.
the poor white folks, you must serve us. It's the structure of exploitation. So it's the mudsill theory in the 19th century. It's Ronald Reagan in the 1980s. Like, this is what it is. So I know we're in the same, but I'm just saying, like, this ain't new shit.
No, you're right. Mm-hmm. It's always been a caste system of sorts.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But I
much
want
time you got left?
to keep
Oh, I'm sorry.
reminding people about we did the State of the People live last Monday. Was it last Monday? What day was it? I don't know. These weeks run together. I think it was last Monday.
I think it was Tuesday.
Tuesday. No, last Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
And Congresswoman Sydney Kamlager Dove was on with us, and she talked about how, in her view, what Trump was doing around these tariffs and making announcements and saying, oh, on this date and on that date, was essentially market manipulation, and how it gives people the opportunity to kind of exploit the timing of these announcements. Now, we're novices, most of us, in terms of buy, sell, all that kind of shit. But, you know, obviously, Donald Trump making these kind of, you know, these timed announcements on when this is going to happen, when that's going to happen, that gives people the opportunity to exploit it and make a lot of money. And I've been asking, like, who's shorting some of these stocks? What is happening to where, you know, somebody's getting paid? This can't just solely be for chaos. There has to be somebody who's making a big buck off of this. We just don't know it yet.
My girl Alexa sent me a text, take me all the way back, that it's also the serfdom theory. Serfdom theory. I forgot about that.
Yep.
This is during the Middle Ages in Europe. Where peasants were forced on the land to work for their lord in exchange for protection. That's where we are.
Yeah.
But the difference is there wasn't a structure of voting.
That's true.
The difference is we didn't have to be here. But you felt like Kamala Harris wasn't black enough. But you felt like her messaging wasn't good enough. But you felt like Tim Walz was weak. But you felt like she wasn't really talking real. Yeah. You felt like that Republicans care about the middle class. Okay. We're about to have no middle class. It's about to be poor and rich. That's it.
Yeah.
There's about to be no in between. That's why. That's the way I think they want it. Just no in between. If you ain't rich,
haves and have-nots. That's it.
Basically.
Yeah.
And in some ways, there are a lot of folks who are living that already.
That's true.
And they don't have to be this way. Like I said, I want everybody to be free. If I ain't free, you ain't free. All of us. All of us. All of us ain't free.